Hello and welcome to So Crafty with Connie. Today I wanted to show you how to make this swaddling blanket. It's made out of a 45-inch square piece of fabric, and a yard of fabric will work for that. And it is extremely easy to make, and it can be for babies, or I know that I believe some rescued wildlife places uses them, and so do like shelters for dogs and cats and that kind of thing. But they're very, very easy and quick to make, and they are made with one piece of flannel and one piece of cotton. So let's get started, and stay tuned till the end of this video for a special clip of a dog that needs a home from the SPCA of East Texas. Okay, because of the size, it can be a little difficult to cut out, but there's two ways you can do it. You can either get on your floor and lay it out and use a ruler to measure it. I've already cut my top piece out, and so this is how I do this. For instance, this is a little over of a yard, I believe, and most fabric that's folded is 22 inches. So when you open it up, it's total 44 inches. And so it's okay that it's an inch smaller. And so this one is, I believe, a little bit over a yard. Yeah. So how I'm gonna cut this is, so I know it's 44 inches, which is what we want width-way, but we need it 45 inches long, or 44 if you want to do a perfect square. So what I'm gonna do is, I'm gonna take this and measure it. So I know that my cutting mat is 35 inches wide, so I'm just gonna make a mark, put my finger there, find 10 more inches, and there it is right here. I'm gonna keep my finger on it, and I'm gonna fold it. I still have my finger on it. I'm gonna fold it like this, and I've got my finger on it. This is where it was 10 inches, and I have it on the 17 mark. I'm gonna fold it over again, still on the 17 mark. And then I would take a ruler normally on the 17 mark and just cut it, but my rulers are in the other room right now, so I'm just gonna kind of eyeball it and just cut it on the 17-inch line, because that's where I had my finger in the mark. And there we go. We've got a 45 by 44-inch piece of fabric, which is what we need. Now we're gonna lay it out and get it pinned together so we can sew it up. Now you wanna either get a big table or either get on the floor, and you want to lay your top fabric out first, right side up, and make sure it is all nice and flat. Now you're gonna take the back of the blanket and lay it on top of the front and kind of even it up as best you can, and then flatten it all out really good. And then make sure the edges are pretty even. If one's cut bigger than the other, it's okay. It's not going to be a big deal, but just kind of flatten it out. Now once you got it all flattened out and smoothed out, now you want to pin it. This is pretty important because you don't want it shifting as you're sewing. So you can I would put at least 4 pins around each edge to secure it. All right, once you get it all pinned up around the edges, you're going to take it to the sewing machine and you're going to sew all the way around the edge, and you're going to leave about a 6-inch opening so you can flip it right side out. Okay, I'm going to use about a 3/4 of an inch seam allowance just so I'll know that I've got all of the fabric sewn in and that I don't miss any. Because of the size, you might have to kind of spread it out some. What works best for you. Some people will wad it up, you know, and it's okay if you do that because you can iron it later. I'm going to stop and I'm going to leave about a 6-inch seam allowance. I'm sorry, about a 6-inch gap so I can turn it right side out later. I've got it all sewn up around my edges, and here is my 6-inch gap. I'm going to trim my corners, and then I'm also going to trim around the edge pretty close to the seam that I just stitched, but not too close to where just clip it. Okay, I'm going to just clip right here until I get to the opening, and then you want to leave this long, the opening part long, so when you turn it right side out you can tuck that in and sew it closed. You'll have something to grab, so I'm just going to leave that part long and then sew, cut off the rest of it like that. Okay, I've taken my pins out, so now let's turn it right side out. And when you do that, you want to make sure you push out your corners also. And then this is big enough to where you can use your whole hand and just stick it in there and then just push out the corners like that. Once you get that done, you want to flatten it out again. And then pull it over to where the seams kind of stick out with both of them. Here's my opening. I'm going to just tuck this in like that. And then I'm going to pin that closed. Also around the edge and close that up. Okay, now that's pretty nice and flat. Now I would also go ahead and just pin it again so it doesn't shift while you top stitch it. You can put as many pins as you want in it. You can also take it to the iron if you want at this point, kind of iron it flat. But it's pretty flat right now, so I'm not going to do that. Now I've got it all pinned up, and I'm going to take it to the sewing machine and then sew all the way around the edges again. I'd say about a half inch inside to tack it down. I start on the side that has the opening just so I make sure that I get it closed and I know where it is. And so I'm going to do about 3/4 No, let's do about a 1/2 inch seam allowance for this all the way around to tack it down. And that's it. You are all done. Just be sure you clip your loose threads and take out your pins. And that's it. If you want to iron it at this point, you can. But that's it. And it is ready to give to your baby or take to an animal shelter or wildlife rescue. There you have it. All right. If you have any questions, please let me know. You can leave me a comment. If you like the video, please give me a thumbs up and please subscribe to my channel. I will be having lots more tutorials. So I'd love for you to join me. Thank you so much for watching. See you next time. Bye-bye.